Hello, everyone, and welcome to Art with Kenneth on the KJL Podcast Channel. I'm your host, Kenneth J. Lewis Sr., and it's always a pleasure to have you join me as we dive into our creative journeys together. Here's my website, KJL Art Sanctuary, and today we're going to continue with the Storyteller. It's a piece that's close to my heart, capturing the spirit, character, and unique experience of men in this series. Each stroke brings another layer to this story. Here's a couple of the past earlier pieces for the show. I also have some exciting news. Soon, on a special KJL Art History episode, we'll take a deep look at the incredible Frida Kahlo. We'll explore her resilience, her powerful self-portraits, and how she transformed personal pain into beautiful, honest art. Kahlo's work offers a window into her world, revealing themes of identity, courage, and cultural pride. I can't wait to take you along, sharing videos and images that bring her story to life on the KJL Podcast Channel Art History episode. If you're enjoying these sessions, please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're always in the loop. Thank you always for being part of this creative community. Now, before we dive into tonight's live work on the Storyteller, let's take a look back at part one, a time lapse capturing the first phase of this piece. Enjoy. Okay, I'm here. I just got to get this image off the screen here real quick. And you see what we have going on today, tonight rather. And this piece right here is called Indigenous. This is one of my paintings. When I'm doing these lives, if space allows, I like to put in one of my other paintings that I've already created here. So this is called Indigenous. It's acrylic on canvas. This was painted with a palette knife, and the top part basically with a brush, but mostly the face and everything was painted with a palette knife. So let me know if you can hear me or not. I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. And this is the Storyteller. You saw the video of the time lapse of me starting to work on this. So now I'm going to get moving with it. I'm going to start on the background, and I'm going to change up this picture probably midway through and put another painting up here for you to look at while you're watching me paint as well. So thanks again for tuning in. Definitely look for those that are just tuning in. I had on here that I will be having a art history episode coming up in about a week, and it's going to be Frida Kahlo is the artist that I've chosen for this art history episode coming up. So anyway, I'm going to get moving. I've been here for a while, and let's get started. So I'm going to work a little on the background right now. So I'm going to start getting that moving in a direction to get my color I want to put on here. So I've already started, so I'm coming around with this little light color here, and I'm going to start working in, and as you can see, I kind of step back every now and then, kind of look at what I'm doing. And here I'm going to move a little slower as I go around this body here. I don't care if I get paint on the image there, because I'm going to work on him as well. That's just the beginning phases. All of this is just the first phase. I did as much as I could do before. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I did as much as I could do because the paint needed to dry the last time, and I was on for like an hour or so. I didn't want people sitting around just waiting for paint to dry. you know. And this line right here is because that's as far as this is going to go. Let me show you something too. Um, I frame a lot of my own artwork. This is on a heavy board. It's almost like a matte board, just a little bit thicker. And then when I'm done, as you can see, I had that line there. This frame is going to go on here, so it's going to look so beautiful when it's done. When I get that frame on there, and this is one of 15 paintings that are in the all male series that I'm doing, because I've painted so many pictures. Of women, and I just gravitated to that so much of painting. That's what you women get for just being so beautiful. Like, I ended up painting you a lot, so I got to paint the fellas now. you know so but I still think you ladies are beautiful, but I got to work on the gents now. So I kind of added this little circle element here. I'm going to do something with that. And again, this is the Storyteller. And there's also going to be a poetry book of the Storyteller, which is going to have the poems for each one of these paintings that I'm doing. So Brother Man is going to do a little bit of poetry too. If you go back and look at one of my episodes, a couple of episodes ago, I think with the Matador and with the Man About Town, I did poems with those, and maybe and I think one more. But this is like really cool, so I'm really digging this. This starts to come together. It's like it starts to piece together, pretty much on its own. I'm just going for the ride. I'm like observing, and I want spirit to do what it does. I hope everybody had a good day. I had a good day. Matter of fact, I try to have a good day every day, even when the day is not supposed to be good. Because a lot of times, people are like, "Oh man, I had a terrible day." But listen, there's an old saying that the guy that didn't have any shoes didn't feel so bad when he met the guy that didn't have any feet. So it's just being grateful for everything. I don't have anything to complain about. There's people that are in war-torn areas. There are people that are suffering all over the world. And I'm right here right now painting, and I don't have a threat of a bomb dropping on me or anything like that. So I am so, so, so grateful just, to not be in that situation. Do I have everything I want? Absolutely not, uh, but I'm grateful for whatever I have, the little I have. And, I'm good with that. So now I'm going to go a little darker. And I think I'm going to mix. I don't know if this is going to come out the color that I want. I'm testing a couple of colors. Remember, everybody, I paint like kind of on the fly as far as these colors. So most of these paintings, I cannot come up with I can't duplicate the color because I'm mixing them on the fly and just putting them on there. I don't know what the amounts of each color that I had on here. I'm going to bring that element right there back in, but I want to move it. So I'm coming a little darker, and this is a layering process. So I'm gonna get a little bigger brush. I don't know why I'm tinkering with this little tiny brush. Let me go grab my bucket of water. And that was one thing I forgot as I was setting up, as you can hear, I'm in the bathroom / utility room. I'm so glad that you all have tuned in. I still haven't got a moderator. Eventually I'll get one. And they can be doing these little side things like this. Turn the water. Clean this brush out. But I won't say it like that. I'll be like really nice when I say it. Could you please clean the bucket? Dump the water? But anyway, let's keep moving right along. All right. Sorry. This is something that I should have had done before I got moving with this water, but I totally slept on that. And as soon as I go on, I was like, darn, you ain't got no water, man. Get water. You got a couple of brushes that you need to clean, man. All right, let's see if we can get this color right that I want to go in the background. So mix a little of the yellow ochre in there. It's a specific kind of color that I'm trying to get. I don't want it to turn too. This is getting close to it. I think this will do. This will do with that color I'm trying to get over here. So mind you, I'm coming around. I put a little lighter color over here. Yeah, I'm liking this color right here. So now I'm coming up with the second layer over top of the original piece that I did. Second layer in the background. So I'm gonna come here. Came a little lighter on this side. I'm gonna bring that element back in. I'm painting over it right now. I can still kind of see it through there. And all the three colors, it's like a yellow ochre, burnt sienna, and brown that I'm mixing together to kind of get the next layer of this background. And again, I'm going really fast. I'm not concerned about any like kind of really details. I'm staying super loose. This background has to be like, you'll see what I'm talking about. And you'll see as I keep moving from the different colors that I have on here, the 4 different colors, 3 rather, I meant to say. Well, actually 4 because I got the white here too. Sorry about that. My bad. All right, so here we go. Yes, this is starting to look super good. All right. Come on, let's cover this good. Then I'm going to take just some of that straight color right there. All right, when it dries, it's going to look super duper nice when it dries. Let's see what we have here. So this is the Storyteller. So let me let this background dry. You know what? I like a little bit of that lightness right down here too for some reason. Let me come around that shoe. And again, this is really, 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 really loose. Loosey goosey. Boom. Wow. All right, so I got that part of the background done. And now let's start to work. I'm gonna work on his clothes here a little bit. This brush here, grab another one. All right, let's see what we can get going here. It's looking good. I like that right there. Okay, so let's look and see where. I'm trying to stay out of the way of the camera. Probably be better if I stand off to here. And trying to decide on where I want to put a couple of marks. I'll add a tad bit black. I'm going to add here. Oh, thought I picked up the black. I'm loving it. Okay, I thought I picked up the black. Here we go. A little bit of black in here. Just want to darken this out just a little bit. And we're going to get that moving to this spot here. Don't want it to be so. All right, let me see. Without getting in the way of the camera. Okay, so I'm going to take a little dark spot here. And I'm going to come right here. Darken that in some more. Across here. And just on the arm, I'm going to bring a piece there. I'm sorry, I'm like, I do this all the time. I be talking to myself. Trying to decide on where I want to put these little marks here and let them dry before I do my next. I think I'll take that and let that point this way. And it'll all make sense when I'm done. Like at the end, it'll all make sense what I'm doing. So I'm darkening this spot in here. I'm going to come actually over top of that part right there. I'm going to make this a little darker over here. Then I'm going to come back after this dries right here. So everything I'm doing, I'm not trying to, then I'll probably have like a sock or something there. Yeah, we'll have like right there. Okay. Then I got that chair there. Let me clean this back off. Take that little chair you're sitting on right here. Boom. See how that just that little bit, it just brings it out. Each thing I'm doing is just going to bring out a little bit more of this painting. And I'm not rushing into anything, but I am, right now I'm just looking to fill in a couple of spots where I want to have like a shadow or dark spots. Again, I'm self-taught. Most of the stuff that I know right now, I've observed and, I've looked at other YouTube videos and things like that. And I'm a person that kind of picks up things pretty quick anyway. I'm good with my hands. And, I was an athlete, high school, college, all that stuff. I was just a athletic person. And I like, and I got mad energy, mad energy. So this is why I kind of produce a kind of good amount. This is going to get dark inside of here. I think I'm gonna, do that right there. I'm sorry I'm talking like this, but this is what happens when you let me get this darker in here. Yeah, it's looking good. Wow, it's looking good. Okay, on his, I know I'm going to come across here. Yeah, loving it. Let me get a little bit of orange to mix with this for those shoes. Let's see how we want to make these. See, I'm just dabbing. I'm not trying to. It's just touch here, touch there, touch down. There we go. And now when this dries, I can come over top of that. Let me get a little bit of this brown right here. Do 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 do. A little bit more of this orange. I hope I wasn't in your way or anybody's way while I was doing that part. Because again, like I said, sometimes you're doing this and you're not paying attention to the camera. It's kind of awkward painting like this, but I want you to see what I'm doing. So it's not a problem. Not a problem at all. All right, let's see what we got going here. We're going to take that down a little bit right there. Ooh, I like that little shadowy thing right there. Then it's going to be a little dark right here. Yeah. My balls hide in that part of the shadow there. I'm just come right over here next to this. I'm going to come back. I didn't even clean the brush. I just picked up some of the yellow. And then I'm going to come back probably with a few little yellow highlights. But now we got his jacket, and then I can start detailing the jacket. I'm okay with the pants and all that stuff right now. Once I start putting my light points in there, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to start working on the background a little bit, and I'm also going to work on this little ball right here. So let me get a little bit more white paint, and this little circle that I have here with him. I just put it there because I wanted to do something like kind of different on this piece. Again, it's called the Storyteller. So let me round this around here. Part of my series coming up is all male figures. Again, I've been doing mostly, I do this all the time. Forget about the music for you guys. I don't know why I'm doing this. And don't turn the music on and keep it rolling. But I think everything's going to be just like, you know, this thing moves so slow. Like magic. You know what I want to play? I'm gonna just keep letting it rewind. Midnight Mood. It's only 43 seconds, but I'm gonna keep it winding. Let's go with Midnight Mood. Midnight mood. In a midnight mood. Hey, we're getting it going here. Send me messages if you cannot hear me, let me know. I'm gonna bring that out a little bit further, right to there. This piece is called The Storyteller. It's a part of all right, let's see what's next on here. White spot there.
Midnight moon in a midnight moon in a midnight in a midnight moon in a midnight moon in a
Wow, this is coming together nice.
In a midnight moon, in a midnight moon, in a midnight in a midnight moon, in a midnight moon, in a midnight
To get that little open book thing, you just take a little curve right here. Then another little curve here. Just go right up underneath it. I'm gonna do a real thin line up at the top, kind of the same curve.
In a midnight moon, in a midnight moon, in a midnight moon. in a midnight mood, in a midnight mood, in a midnight mood.
Came out a little bit further than I wanted to. So you're gonna have like a hook head. You're gonna have a hook head. That's definitely too dark. Yes, we're coming along just fine. Again, I'm dabbing. I'm not trying to make his face so perfect. I'm just jabbing with the brush. That's all I'm doing. I'm just jabbing. Just taking little jabs at it. Sort of like my bill with the boxing gym. Jabbing it up. I traded a picture for a boxing gym for boxing training. So bruh man gonna be in the ring getting it up. I like sports and athletics, and boxing is one of the things that get you in super duper good shape. So I'm so looking forward to that. I'm just dilly-dallying with the face. Come on. And I got a big brush. Normally you do this with a little tiny brush, this makes me, like, when I'm doing it, it stays super loose because I got this big old brush doing this little tiny spot. And then now when that dries, I'm gonna come back in and I'll put a little something right there though. So I'll come back and then I'll work with the eyes, the nose, but I just need to get this down here right now. And I am going to have a little dark streak coming down here for his nose right there. I just said I was going to come back to the nose and stuff, but I don't know why I be saying stuff and going to do something the opposite any damn way. All right, so now I got to come back to it because I'm going to really mess up what I'm doing if I mess with it too much. Now on his hands, I pretty much almost got this done. And again, I'm not trying to make them so perfect. What I am going to do is just come in with a little, that right here. Just put little tiny accent pieces. That's all I'm doing on there. I'm not doing much of anything with that hand. I'm going to leave it like this, and then I'm going to come back to this. Now, when that dries, then I'll come back, do a little bit of detail. Again, I'm not going overboard with the detail. It just ain't going to happen. So now I need to put another layer on this color that I put around here, and it's almost going to be just about, well, you'll see. So let me get a couple of other elements that I want to put in here though. This is the Storyteller. Kenny, what are you doing? What I feel like. I want this to get a little heavier. That paint was still kind of wet right there. Get another brush for this. I'm not trying to make these circles perfect. Not at all. Do one more around this one. He's the storyteller. I'm putting these shapes here for a reason. I'll come back to them. Background about to get busy. Get my elements in. I'm just drawing in basically a lot of this black is going to go away. Maybe a little small, little thin line of it will stay. I think I'm going to draw a line right here, just straight across here. Should I put it up? No, I got to put that up higher because I want it to come behind this chair. So let me put it about right here. I can get rid of that line. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to make the floor like kind of right here. And it's going to, that's going to go over top of where this floor is. What you're going to see that line there. So that line will be coming there. I can almost keep that line there now that I put in. I said I was going to take out because it can kind of fit in with what I'm doing. Yes, coming along. Coming along. A little water in that. Need this to. You notice I'm not even trying to make this line so straight. I don't want it straight. Why I don't want it straight? Probably like saying, man, what this dude doing? He ain't making this line straight. He's a bad man, a real bad man. That's right. They not correct. They not the right shape. Why you got that one floating up there? Why you got that going over top of that little thing there? Because I can. That's the beauty of art. Do what you want to do. Yeah. Now that floor going to get nice. This I'm not worrying down past this line here because that's where it's going to go in the frame. And let me show you something for those that didn't see it a little earlier. But this is the frame it's going to put on. This is on a heavy board. And then it's going to go on a black frame like this. Bam! Oops. I'm about to knock down my painting here. I think I'm going to grab another painting and put up there in a second for you guys to look at, one of my other paintings. This piece right here is called Indigenous, and it's painted with a palette knife. And I used the brush on like the head wear, but the rest I did with a palette knife. I like to do a lot of the portraits and stuff like that with a palette knife. Some people like photorealistic. I tell them to go see somebody else. I refer them to my boy. I refer them right to Aaron if they want a realistic like painting. I say, hey, Aaron Fisher, that's my boy. I refer him straight there. I got my own style of painting. I let the masters do what they do, and I'm a master what I do. How about that? Man, there's gonna be so many nice little kind of elements in here. I'm trying to see what else I could put in here. So, I'm gonna take these lines and go straight across here with this. Now I'm gonna bring a lot of color in here in a minute. This black is gonna go on here, and when I go over this whole thing again with another color, I'll still be able to see those black lines. It's gonna be kind of transparent, translucent. Which word do you use for that? But anyway, I digress. But that's what's going to it's going to be very dark color that I put over top of this. I mean, very light, but I'll be able to see these like dark things I'm putting in here, these dark lines. And so, and then know where I want to put certain things. Like I know that I'm probably going to want a little circle right here. So I'm going to put this here. This is the storyteller. He's like taking you all around the world. Around the world in 80 days. That's where it's going to take you. This here. I'm just going to do one more here. What else can I put in here? Okay, so there'll be one there. Let me I got to take steps back every now and then. Just look at, wow. He's going to look super nice. He already looking nice. Already looking nice. You see. Oh darn, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm sorry when I'm doing that if I'm blocking the camera. Okay. Digging this little funky beat here. I'm putting this on kind of thick because I'm coming back with the green again. So I'm just putting this in here, get some stuff going. Oh, his shirt's starting to look really nice. And so there's going to be a lot of color in the background. You don't see it just as of yet. See how I put all that lettering up there? I mean, this stuff. So if that white dried a little bit, I mean, if the black dried, see, I'm just going to come over with a little white. I watered it down a little bit because I want to see those lines that I put on there. So I'm just coming right here back with this. And then I'm going to put those lines back in a little again. This is my book. This brings back memories of being in, I had a bookstore. It was called Mind Builders years ago. Bookstore. It was African-American literature. I sold everything. I had it for a while, but people stopped reading. I was like, time to go. I ain't going to be the sacrificial lamb. Not at all. They were like, you can keep the store. I was like, no, I can't. We need it in the community. Okay, you know, I guess you can get in the community if you want to, but how about come buy a book? Stop telling me I need to stay open. It was funny. People used to come in and say that stuff to me. I used to say, look, why not just come in here and buy something instead of talking about, you need to keep the bookstore. I'm like, all right, I know now I want to do that, but bruh, man. What is you talking about? But anyway, I digress. I don't want to stay on that too much. That was many moons ago. Oh my God. That was like so long ago. I'm doing this standing. Normally when I do this, like I may lay the canvas down to get in a better position for me to do this. But again, I'm coming back over with the other color. So what I need for this to be here like this. Bam. Just going to catch this part right here. All right, so when that dries, then I can do my next phase with this part. All right, I just put that white on there, and I'm gonna let it sit for this long. Boom, look how those shoes are starting to come out. Crazy looking. Looking super crazy. Bam. Clean this a little bit. I'm gonna have to clean my water in a second. I'm steady putting it on here. Doing stuff without, let me see. Those pants kind of start to go down into there. It's pants, I don't want to make it so dark. Bam. Awesome. All right, I think it's ready. I'm waiting for some of that black that I put on here to dry so I can come over top of this with the next color that I want to put in. So let me just do this. And again, I'm doing this with a much bigger brush than I really should be using in a lot of these spots, and that's on purpose because I'm trying to stay really loose. Like this brush right here is way too big for this, what I'm doing right here. But I don't care. I'm supposed to do about it? Am I supposed to succumb and then do something I really don't want to do? I'm gonna come back in here and mess with this face again. I'm just doing a little tiny bit of stuff here, just drawing some little dark spots here, but it'll come together in the end. I should have had a little tiny itsy bitsy spider brush when I was doing that, but like I told you, it's the beauty of art. You can kind of lay it out the way you want to. There are rules, but for your own paintings, you can, create your own rules and do your own things. And it's not saying that there's something for everybody. Most of the people that are interested in my art, they like certain styles. So you as an artist, don't try to emulate anybody. Find your own voice, find your own way, do your own thing. Don't try to, you can be inspired by people. I'm inspired by a lot of artists, but I do what I want to do, the way I want to do it, how I want to do it. I'm sorry I was off camera. I had to take a sip of my juice. All right, let's get with that. Let's get with that background a little bit. So I need a little some more white. Let's get this color mixed up here. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting my colors together here, mixing my color up here. And I'm looking for one color. I don't know what I did with it. That's why you should always sit everything right in the same spots. Because I'm looking for the yellow ochre and I don't know where I just sat. Oh, it's on the floor. It fell on the floor. I didn't even see it. Okay. All right. Let me get moving to this next phase. Now I'm going to use a little bigger brush. Mixing it right on the palette, all of this paint. I just flung a whole bunch of paint on me. On my shoe, my sneaker. That's why I'm always got like this crazy. I don't want it to blend with that black if that black isn't like right. Can I feel it? Can I? All right, I'm gonna take a chance. Oh no, it's not mixing, because if it starts mixing with this color, I gotta stop and then let that part dry. Let me see if this is dry enough. Yeah, that's dry enough. Like I don't know if you can still see it, but I can still see everything that I just drew in there. I can still see it. I'm not sure if you can on the camera, but all right, let's get this without causing too much of a headache. And you know what? It's like coming over top of these, the layers that you put on. Like sometimes a person may not see like just how many layers went into creating something. And I got my own like method, it's my own madness on how I'm gonna do it. This has probably one more setting or two, and then it'll be done. Right back up here. Back at you. Oh, I'm looking on my big camera up here. Yeah, it does look like you guys can still see this, which is cool. I mean, to see the stuff I put in the background. Look how I'm coming up in his face with this big old brush and by his hair and everything. People be like, dink, dink, dink. Which is cool. You can dink, dink. I think you should dink, dink if you like dink, dinking. But if you don't do it. Like do that tink, 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 tink when you're ready to do that. Right now, I ain't ready to do that. There's too much else on the agenda than doing that. All right, come on, let's get some more of this white down here. Yeah, we about to. Now we're gonna go over this down here that I did. And again, I'm gonna come right back up over top of it. Oh, see what happened? That black wasn't dry enough, so I gotta stop with that bottom part. I got carried away because the top was dry and the bottom wasn't. So I like doing this because then you can see in real time stuff that I may do that, bam, I got to go back to that. So I have to let that dry, paint a little white paint over it, bring that other color I had in back, and then do what I want to do, draw the line in and go back from there. That's something I'll do off the camera right there. So let's see what we're going to do next. Stop tinkering with the face, and we're going to, wow, it's really, man, I wanted to finish that bottom there. All right, let's get to something else. Going back up to the book. Now I'm gonna put another layer of white on here. See how quick I'm just doing this? Just not even worrying. Darn, I'm so mad I messed that up down at the bottom. But it is what it is. There we go. This brush is kind of thick, and I'm doing a line with it because I don't want the line to be like really straight and so tight. Okay. Let me step back for a second. Look at it. I have to go back a little distance sometimes to look at them to see if there's something that I might want to do different. Just see here. And then I have my television here. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm actually liking as I'm putting that on there because it's making the floor look kind of wavy. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me show you one of the other paintings I worked on. And this is the Wanderer that I finished up. And because some of that stuff is drying. Boom. This was the Wanderer. This one I did a few episodes ago. I think I did like 2 episodes with this one, but you can see it. Let me lift it up. You can get a little bit forward, the feet, and all that good stuff. Bam. It needs a home. Come and buy it. Oh, and you got to see how the Artisan is coming out. I'm not done with this one yet, but the Artisan is the other one. One of the other ones I'm working on. And this is the Artisan. Let me get in front of the camera. The Artisan. See how this one's coming out. Got all the little elements in there, paint brushes, all that stuff. The Artisan. And really one of my favorite ones that I worked on is the other one I'm going to bring over here. And this one's complete. And it's Man About Town. The Man About Town. Bam. This is our Man About Town. I know I got to go like this because these are pretty tall. It's taller than this one on here. So it's taller than this one. But anyway, Man About Town. Bam. Then I had these paintings. They were called the Shoulder People. I did all of these for my Harlem Renaissance, and they were these goofy characters, and all of them, their shoulder was up on this left-hand side. So it's called the Shoulder People. And I have a whole series of these. And there's only a few left of these right here, however. There are different ones. It's men, women, different scenes, and it's called the Shoulder People. I think there may be like 3 left. No, there's about 5. Okay, so just showing you some of the artwork that's in here. And then a lot of people think I just paint large, but I have everything even down to little 8x10s. Now this was in a part of my To Serve series. It was a series where I had all bellhops, butlers, porter pullmen, nurses, maids, firefighters, policemen. It was all, and part of this was this exhibition, a part of the series was shown at the Arts Council of Princeton a couple of years ago. But this is my series called To Serve. I work in series. I have multiple series, and with a variety of sizes of work. I work right now. This series right here, there's 15 paintings that have already been sketched out ready. About 5 of them are complete. The others are at various processes. So I always work in series because I'll start with one series and I may get a little bored with it after a while, and then I go to something else. So and at the end I end up getting an enormous amount of work done. There's no pressure for me to finish anything at any particular time unless I'm getting close to exhibitions. So 2 of the series I'm working on are going to be in exhibitions, solo exhibitions. So I have to, focus on those more than the others, but I still focus on the others as well. I know I'm on here and I'm cutting my head off. I'm probably cutting it off because I need me like a haircut or a little trim job. But anyway, this guy is coming out so good. This is on the heavyweight paper. It's not drying as quick as I want it to. But again, remember, I'm going to have an art history episode coming up in about a week. So you make sure you please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I have art history. I have episodes with gallery and museum tours. I don't do as many of those because there's a lot of editing that goes in this. I gotta go shoot the videos at site as well. One thing I would like you guys to do, if you feel like it, subscribe to my channel. Also, there's our Cash App up top, or you can go to our website and the link and buy me a cup of coffee. That's all you gotta do. I like coffee. So that's the Cash App here. And I'll also do you one step better. And that's the QR code for Cash App. You can just click right on there and it'll take you right to the Cash App. And just for like sharing this with you and doing this content, I ask you to subscribe. And if you think about me, buy me a cup of coffee. Okay, let's go back to here. And as I said, we're going to have Frida Kahlo. It's an art history episode that I have coming up. And it's going to be in about a week. The art, pain, and passion of a revolutionary icon. Frida Kahlo's story is amazing. I can't wait to share it with you. That's why I need a moderator. You see, I have to come over and do all this stuff. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play the short video I played in the beginning to show you while I'm waiting for that to dry. I'm going to show you the short video of what I did, part 1, on how I got to basically where I am. So you guys give me a second and you can check. know if people could hear me, but I was saying that thing on his hand, I was going to put these like a puppet, but I decided instead to just put the circle there, and I'm going to do something there with that. So I changed that up on that end. And I really, really am so grateful and appreciative of you stopping by and tuning in today. Tomorrow we're going to take a step further and we'll move to another one of the paintings in the series, and I'll get started on that. So we're going to conclude this one tomorrow. I'm going to work a little bit more on it because it's still kind of wet. I'm touching it right now. Not right now, but I touched it a couple seconds when the video was on, and it's still too wet in areas. So I'm going to let this dry for an hour or so, and then I'm going to come back to it. And I don't want you waiting around for that. So again, I'm grateful for you tuning in, and much love. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to the KJL Podcast Channel. I'm artist Kenneth J. Lewis Sr., and I truly appreciate your time and support. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And as always, keep creating, keep dreaming, and let your imagination lead the way. Until next time, take care.